Okay, Miss Joy, what do you like most about level 10?
What I like most about level 10, I think I love the nurturing, supportive environment. It sounds a little cheesy, but to me, that's like one of the best pieces. Really knowing that there are people who actually believe in you. Just very quick story. One time in my youth, I climbed up Mount Kilimanjaro. Now, that sounds a little bit crazy. I showed up in Tanzania, went up 19,000 feet, came down. How did I do it? One person believed in me. One person said, I think you can do it. And I think that's exactly what level 10 does. It tells you, I think you can do it. Here's what you need to do it. And I think that kind of encouragement, that kind of sort of nurturing, tenderness, all that really gets you going. I don't like like a drill sergeant, for example. I'm not the kind of person who's going to really be motivated by being yelled at. I'm motivated by somebody saying, you got this. This is what you need to do. Keep going. So I think that, to me, is what I like best. That is not kind of what I expected, and I think that was a
Wow.
really great surprise.
Wow, that's awesome because you used to be a former like super athlete and you had kind of like a drill sergeant type coach, I imagine. I know I did. So
Right.
how did it differ, like, or what you imagine? Talk about that, what you imagine going into the nurturing that you received afterwards.
Right. I mean, I think that's exactly correct. I've had, coaches that yell at you to get you to do something,
Mm,
and, you do it, but you don't do it with your heart. Right. So I
mm,
think that when you have a coach that is mentoring you, who's teaching you, who's showing you how to do it, then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I have taken that in and now I can do it. Right. So to me, I think that's why it really works, because it really is a style that I can get into. I mean, I guess there are some people who want to be yelled at and that gets them going, but this is, to me, a much better way to go. Even if you fall off, you're encouraged to get back on, right? So that's a style that really works.
Thank you so much. That's great insight. And a change of pace, what do you like least about level 10?
Um, I mean, there's not much not to like, but I think if I had to complain, um, I would say sometimes you feel like it's slow. Now, I would say this is probably more of a commentary on me than it is on the program, but I'm impatient, right? So I think at some point I was like, results, results, results. And because I got some good results there at the beginning, I expected to always get really, really good results. And I think what level 10 has taught me and what Chris has taught me is to sort of slow down and recognize that sometimes things that are really, really good take time.
Mm,
And actually, when losing weight in particular, it's better for it to take a bit of time, because the longer it takes to get it off, the more likely it's going to stay off. So those little like flips of a switch in my head, that was a big thing. But I do know, at some point I was like, this is taking a long time. I stopped eating my chocolate. Why haven't I dropped the weight? It's
mm,
not like
yeah.
that. There's a little bit more effort that needs to go in and some time.
Yeah, so a little bit of delayed gratification, not that instant gratification world, that microwave world we live in, huh?
Right, exactly.
All right, so Miss Joy, what makes level 10 different from the other programs out there now that you've been doing it almost 4 months?
I think level 10 is very different because it hits on all aspects of your life, right? So you can do the fitness side, you can do the nutrition side, you can do the, life coaching side, or you can just do one or two of those, right? And I think the fact that it's very, very holistic really makes it, so different. Again, I think I'm getting a lot more than I bargained for. I think the app is amazing. Just being able to have a place to track everything from water to sleep to food to exercise. I think the ability to have, videos on demand, and just have a place to put all of your information in one, I think is really incredible. I think the weekly check-ins are just so different, right? That personalized plan, that, the fact that you're able to talk to somebody who understands exactly what you're going through. I mean, again, I did not expect all of this, and I'm getting more. You should be charging me more, because this is an amazing program.
Well, I appreciate that. And, it's funny, the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of quoting what you said about that. I know you made your payment up front for the whole year. And by month 3, you're like, I feel like I should be paying you guys now. I feel like I got the better end of the stick. And I always try to communicate that with people, let them know, like, whatever amount of money that is going to be paid to join our program, it's only going to help us so much. Bills are paid, diapers are bought, whatever. But the
Right.
program, what it gives the client, you know, I always wanted to exceed the cost that you had to pay to get in. And would you say, without a shadow of a doubt, that our program has exceeded your expectations and value-wise cost of the program?
Right. And I mean, this is crazy because I am one of these people who said never pay for, a trainer. I mean, I have my friends quoting me like, you got a trainer? You always tell us never pay for a trainer. So for me to be a convert is kind of crazy. And also for me to pay up front, to honestly, to somebody in something I did not know is also kind of crazy. But for me, it was actually helpful because it kept me motivated. Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
going to lose my money. I'm not going to, I'm going to put my body and my mouth where my money is, right?
Yeah.
So it really, I mean, to be honest, paying up front was good for me. It's not good for everybody, but it was good for me because it made me really committed to the program.
That's awesome. Do you feel like the Level 10 program provided or is providing you the utmost level of accountability that's needed to really have the long-term goals that you look for?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why that happens is in part because it's a comfortable space to talk about when you fail, right?
Mhm.
So if there's a time where I don't make a workout or I, eat too much or go on a chocolate binge, which I'm known to do as a chocolate addict, I can confess that. I can talk about that. I can not feel guilty about that, right? And I don't get chastised for it, and I don't get, yelled at for it. I get asked, why do you think you went off that course? Why do you think this happened? And again, it's a place that's supportive. I think at the same time, just knowing that I kind of have people watching me or waiting for me or wanting me to succeed makes this very different than when I tell myself, oh yeah, I could work out, 5-6 times a week if I just tell myself. Well, I tell myself also to go to bed and stay in bed. So I know that I need that outside accountability to really make sure I stay on my grind.
And that's awesome. You know, that's one of the three major things that all trainers and coaches provide: motivation to get you started, accountability to keep you, to keep the integrity in your life, and of course, expertise to really give you the guidance in the right direction. Do you feel like the guidance piece is there? Do you feel like you're on the
Oh, yeah.
right track and the program? I know sometimes you don't know why, but do you feel like what you're doing is actually like expert guidance is going to lead you to your goals in particular?
Oh yeah, that's a great point. I mean, in part because, like I said, I wrongly assumed I understood kind of how to work out and how to eat. I feel like I've been on enough yo-yo diets over the years to know what is right. And I think the program really blew that out of the water for me. Just the nutrition classes that like sort of take you through, this is what, is out there. This is what works and that doesn't work. And a lot of those classes are kind of, myth busting. So I'm learning a lot. I didn't realize I was going to be such a student of food. And
Mm.
it's not, so in depth that I'm learning stuff that is not relevant, but it's the stuff that I need to know that makes me, when I see something, say, that's not for me today. That is for me today. And so just that expertise, and especially because it's not what I thought, is so valued. Because even though at the beginning I might say, Chris is crazy or level 10 doesn't make any sense, after I do it, I'm like, oh, he's right. I can eat potatoes. I can, do this, do that. I can have an earned meal. And I think that expertise, that theme of change your lifestyle, not just basically go on a diet, that is, that to me is the value. And that's what I'm learning that I'll be able to implement and keep going, long after I'm out of the program.
Awesome. And I actually have a unique question for you. I sometimes find it hard to communicate the difference between what my program is to people who are looking for just fitness. We know what we do here, but from a consumer, you're consuming this. What would you say the difference between our lifestyle program and a typical fitness program? Because I don't like calling myself a fitness program. And I think maybe you could help, actually.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a holistic lifestyle program, right? When you look at it, And again, when I came to this, I was literally saying, I want to lose X amount of weight. And
Mm.
when I even envisioned myself, I thought I would just be me, but smaller. And that is not what I'm getting at all, right? I am getting me in a smaller version, but in a more muscular version, in a more confident version, in a more educated version.
Mm.
I'm getting, so I'm getting all these other pieces. And I haven't even gotten to, for example, the lifestyle coach, the life coach piece. So there's even more that I know comes with the program. And so that to me is the very big difference. It's not just fitness, it's not weight loss. And I think because those words are out there and people have done them and failed, they might say, okay, well, this isn't for me. I think because if you know from the inside, it's a lifestyle change, and that's what you need to be thinking about as you go forward. How do I change my life so that I can do this forever and feel good and confident in my body, right? If you know that, and I think it's hard to convince people who don't know that, but if you know that, then, you're ready to go.
Okay, so be the coach for a second. What would you give as a piece of advice for someone who needs to lose weight, who is struggling with their weight or self-confidence even, and they're looking for a fitness program? What would you give them as advice for mindset wise, or how to think, or how to, approach this whole concept in general?
One of the things you said to me, Chris, at the very beginning, when I was kind of at my lowest, I'm going to be very honest, I was not feeling very good about myself. We were in the middle of a pandemic. I was often feeling like I'd rather just stay in bed than do anything else. My bed is comfy and cozy and wonderful. Why would I do anything else? And the pounds were just kind of, packing on naturally, as I think they kind of are happening for a lot of people as either they get older or, just not paying close attention. And so when I came to you, one of the first things you said, and I found it very inspirational, was imagine yourself here. Imagine what you would do different if you were there. What does it look like? And you said the lines, envision the feeling. And that really stuck with me. So now even at times I'll say, okay, Chris said, envision the feeling. I'm about to get on the scale. If the scale says this, how do I feel? If the scale says that, how do I feel? If the scale says this, how do I feel? And depending on how I feel, what am I going to do different? And I put that envision the feeling loop all the time to say, okay, I might not be there now, but I'm going to get there. I'm not where I want to be just yet, but I'm going to get there. Right. So, coach wise, I think that those types of lessons that I was taught by you early on, I think really helped me carry forward, especially when I hit a plateau or I'm not feeling like I'm getting where I want to go. It's envision the feeling. Where are we going? Who do I want to be when this is all done?
Well, thank you so much. And you know what? You are a superstar client of ours. We consider you family. We really look up to you. You're inspiring us. You're the reason why we do what we do. We want more people like you. Hopefully this little interview here, it touches someone's heart who has a similar situation or similar wants and desires, and we can actually connect with them the same way we have connected with you. That's ultimately why we do this every single day. We thank you so much. In closing here, is there anything you want to say about the program? You want to just throw us under the bus, put us in the stars, or whatever? Just the one, in closing, the one thought you have for Level 10.
Yeah, I mean, Level 10 is the way to go. I don't want to sound like a commercial, but I am a believer. I am a convert. I am, 110% behind everything Level 10 does. And if you think to yourself, oh, I can't do it, yes, you can. You can with the support of Level 10.